Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 43 of our All the Mod 6 to the Sky Let's Play series. Where today we've got a couple updates, a couple changes. First off, new Modpack version. I believe 1.17 is the current version of the Modpack. What it changed, I don't really know. I updated to it. First off, FTB Teams is in here, though this is a work in progress for this UI, so it says to use FTB Teams. So if you're playing on a server and you want to share quests with friends and everything, so your quest progress is shared, you can create a team and share quest progress. Speaking of quests were all reset with the update. I could go into the FTB edit mode if you didn't know about it. If you type /FTB quests editing mode, just like it is down here in the bottom left, I was pointing at it, that you can't see me pointing at it. So yeah, mouse. If you type this in there, it's going to enable quest editing mode. And then you can go into your quests and, like, for example, the mystical agriculture quest here, we have done this. So what you can do is right click it and complete it instantly, and it will mark it as complete. As if you picked up the reward and everything, so you're not duplicating rewards. But you could go through and mark all these quests as complete. But to be honest, there's not really any rewards that I super duper care about for any quests that we haven't done yet. So I'm not gonna do it. Like, I really don't care. So let me go ahead and disable that. So, but yeah, that's what you can do. Also, I've noticed in the previous version of the pack, FTB chunks, when I would chunk load and I closed the world and I would come back in, my chunks wouldn't be loaded. It seems to have fixed that, but now we have this visual bug where, like, this chunk is showing as not loaded. That's what those slashes mean. But if I click on it, you can see down there in the bottom left. See, look, now I have to, unclaim it, claim it, load it. It's just, I think it's a visual bug because our number isn't going down. You see, it still stays at 57 even after it updates with the slashes, but whatever, it's done. And you see our base is a little bit different. We're going to talk about that in a moment. And for some reason, I'm also just a pair of pants now. I don't have a face. I'm just pants. We're just pants now. We have no face. But yeah, anyway, so that's that. I did have to reset up all my sounds stuff too, which was slightly annoying. I'm also noticing here that my refined storage stuff, nothing is showing up. I have 267 gold ingots in the system, though. This is actually a good way to find out that I have all this stuff that is not in our drawers. Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't really make a difference. But yeah, let's go fix that really quick. But before we do that, base redesign, base updates here. I expanded our base a bit. So I added on these giant 25 by 25 grass platforms here for future expansion. Because we're going to start getting into mods like Botania, Mahosukai, things like that. And we need space for those. So I've expanded out and created these little bridges. I wanted to use a different color than the birch, but I don't really have any other logs. Ideally, I would have used something like mineral. I do love the look of the mineral planks, that blue and everything, but I don't have any. And to get into it, we're going to want to set up environmental tech. And we're just not. I mean, we are there, but I don't have it set up, and I didn't want to do that in between episodes. So, anyway, so we got these big platforms. Added a bit more grass to spice things up here. Some lanterns. And there's these park benches, which look really cool, I found. So, we got a little pass. If, someone wants to come and sit on the bench, we can, sit on a bench here. Just to give it a little bit of a spice. And I did go ahead and start making feral flare lanterns for these areas. I lit these up with the Ars Nouveau lights, but this is more for aesthetic purposes because I didn't want to have to put lights everywhere. They aren't very particle heavy, but they do, over time having all these around, it does cause a bit of lag. So, and I don't have the, greatest computer in the world. It's decent. It's enough to run the pack, but I don't want to go crazy and, overload it and everything. So Yeah, so we got feral flare lanterns placed about halfway and then in the corners of all these bridges and then, you know, all that stuff. I didn't place any here, though this is not affected by light levels, so I really could have put them here, and it seems like it's filtered in to this area somewhat, so we'll see. But it's not affecting our mob farm at all, so I'm not concerned about that. Down here, there's not been any real changes other than I did go ahead and upgrade all of these pedestals. I gave them speed ×5, like we have over. I do not know where these rabbits keep coming from. I think what happens when I load the world, this thing pulses. And since it's run on a pulse, these rabbits keep spawning every time I reload my world. Yeah, but anyway, so these are speed ×5 just to boost our Infurium production because we're going to start needing to get into Insanium. Which requires us to have 4 Supremium to make each Insanium. So just to speed this process up a little bit. What else? Let me get rid of that guy too and put that away. Other than that, though, there's really not been much changes other than, you know, expansion of the base to make it look a little, well, not look better, but, oh, look, Tinker's Swords. You can't slice and dice the bamboo. That is unfortunate. That needs to be fixed immediately because that was cool. I demand recompense. I am no longer a samurai. Let's just stand here and pick up all this stuff real quick. I really honestly don't need any of this bamboo cactus or all this stuff anymore, but I mean, we'll get it. But yeah, anyway, couple things. Tape measure. If you've never used a tape measure, pretty cheap recipe. Just requires some yellow dye and some iron and string. But it's a really cool. It's how I was able to measure out these platforms. But you just, you know, right click, and if you hold right click and go down to, you know, wherever you want it to be, bam, it'll tell you this is 27, internal 25, but with the border on the outside, it's 27. And where the 27 is, the number, that's your middle. So it's pretty easy to define, you know, the middle of an area. And if you want to clear it out, you can shift right click. Just super simple mod, just to measure things out. It works great. Yeah. Wow, that was, what is that? What are those? What are those? I have no clue. I did have to add a whole bunch of new things to this sound muffler. So yeah. Okay, talking about things. First off, this breeder and incubator don't work. You need villagers to get villagers. It makes sense. You breed 2 villagers together to get the villagers. So yeah, that's not going to work. Also, we need to go in here. This is a bug that we had discovered in our Enigmatica 6 playthrough, but sometimes when you reload your world, it stops reading external storages. So if we go out here and we go to our, you know, where's our fluid grid? Oh, we have our fluids. Okay, it did catch up. But if it does happen, all you have to do is go into your, you know, where your storage is and everything. And it's not because it's in a compact machine. It was happening outside of compact machines too. But if you just go in here and you cycle your thing, or you can turn it on and off, whatever, just cycle one of these buttons and it'll pick back up. Lastly, I did upgrade this to an advanced black hole tank, so we can now hold 65,536 buckets of essence, because the 1,000 is not enough. We blow through that when we pop stuff into our fancy enchanting device. Demonstrate that, what happened, I was working on those pedestal upgrades, so I put a speed upgrade in here, and then, you know, let it run so I could get enough speed upgrades for this. Went down here, broke these pedestals. By the time I had finished breaking all 9 of these pedestals and collected them, I had gained 71-ish. I had used 9, so yeah, 71 pedestal speed 5s and burnt through 2,000 essence. So this is very quick. Monitor it or take out your upgrades options. Speaking of upgrades, Industrial Foregoing has a new upgrade in it that we are going to play with at some point. So if we go to add-ons, it's called the production or processing upgrade. And what this does is it increases the number of processes that the machine will complete. I don't know if it works on the enchanting devices, but like, for example, our latex producer. Let's go to Industrial Foregoing. So what happens with our latex production, right? Each operation here produces you know, I don't know right now. Well, this has no upgrade. So this is, each operation is producing 1 latex. Okay. If you put a processing upgrade tier 1 in there, each operation will produce 2 latex. And then a tier 2, it will produce 3 latex. Makes sense? So it makes each operation actually double. So this is actually a very powerful upgrade. Especially if you combine it with all the other ones, you can fly through certain processes now. So definitely worth it to upgrade your machines if needed. You know, like for the enchantment extractor, it wouldn't. I don't know if it works on these machines because they. I mean, they do have a progress bar, but I don't know if it's going to do 2 enchants at once or not. But definitely for these, or if you're doing other industrial foregoing, you know, machines, because there's a lot in here. And spoiler alert, I may be having some mod spotlights coming out, one of them being a complete breakdown of industrial foregoing. So yeah, keep an eye on the channel for that if you want to know how industrial foregoing works and a full breakdown, because it's one of my favorite mods and it can do so much. I don't need you. Anyway, last update. Just want to give a shout out to our pal, Glory to Arstoska. I don't know if that's how you say it, and I had to throw that little flare in there. Who told me about the Emerald jetpack. What he says is that this is the first jetpack that you hover speed is 0. If we look at our jetpack, hover speed is 0.075. Hover speed is 0, which means we don't fall down anymore when we're hovering. So I'm definitely going to kick that off. This is pretty much where we're going to go first thing in this. Well, like literally right now. Couple things that we're going to work on soon. I did promise we were going to go to the end and defeat the dragon, so we are definitely going to do that. I want to talk about our bow here real quick. If you remember last episode, I had made this bow and I was working on getting enchanting done for it. First things first, dragon bone bows require dragon bone arrows. Pretty easy to make, just need some wither bone shards, which we are collecting from up there. And then infinity does work with this. So we have it enchanted right now with Infinity, Quick Draw 5, Power 9, Quick Shot 7. It's indestructible and it has multi-shot. And let me tell you, adding on that final multi-shot was 160 some odd levels minimum required. It didn't use that much, but it needed 160 levels in our anvil, which was kind of crazy. But I don't think multi-shot works. If we come over here and I look, all right, so we're going to fire. Bam. Oh, look, it worked now. The pack update fixed it. Yes. Okay. What was happening prior is I would fire and all my arrows, the extra arrows would land on my feet. It would literally just fall to the ground. Yeah, look how fast this bow fires. And it pretty much instantly kills anything that we, fire at. So, oh, also we're picking up arrows. Nice. I did not know you could recover arrows. Is this... I did not know this was a thing. Has this always been a thing? Is this in Minecraft? Is this on vanilla Minecraft? Someone let me know. I did not know that recovering your arrows was a thing. It didn't do it before, at least. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So let's get started. So I want to try out this Emerald Hover jetpack, this Emerald jetpack, because this jetpack drives me nuts. When trying to build, we're falling, and it's so fast and all that stuff. So let's get the Emerald jetpack and go from there. So what we need to do is take this jetpack off, and we have some enchanting to do, but we'll work on that in just a few moments. This shouldn't take too long for the Emerald jetpack, I don't think, because we're going to teach the system how to do all the stuff that we need for it. Okay, so you get upgraded to steel or gold or Invar. And then gold gets upgraded to diamond, and then diamond gets upgraded to emerald. Okay. So we need to get upgraded. So a gold capacitor is this. Gold energy cell is this. It's a lot of stuff we need to teach the system just to get upgraded. But I don't want to do all the manual crafting. So that's that. And then... yeah, gold jetpack. Thank you. That should be this. And then, yep, that was those. Okay, and then we should be able to make this. And then lastly, we need to make these, which we know how to make everything here. Okay. So if we say, okay, so what do we need for this then? We need 1 gold capacitor, 2 gold thrusters. Capacitor. Yes. And thruster. We're missing 2 furnaces. Cobblestone. Two thrusters and shabam. Okay, so now if we look at jetpacks, we should have that and that. And we're going to upgrade this bad boy here, which just requires those and then some gold. So we're going to do this, this, and gold. Bam. Okay, so that is those done. Now give me these back. And then we're going to teach the system how to make the diamond versions of these, right? So let's do, what do you need? You're going to need this and this, which are going to require this. Still the advanced coil, so we're going to teach the system that. And then teach the system that. And then teach the system that. What are you? Oh, you know what? One of those was that advanced coil. Yeah, we still need this. So this one can stay in there. Okay, cool. So let's put those in there, and then we're going to request from jetpacks 2 of you and 1 of you. And the same thing, you go there, but this time we're going to use diamonds. And the diamond jetpack, and then lastly, we're going to do the same thing with emeralds. So you are this, and this is what we need to learn along with that. Okay. We have an elite coil now. Somehow I've had a feeling that was going to change. Okay, so elite coil is this, and again, I need 1 singular stick. I should just keep this stick on my hand. So that's you. Oh, you son of a gun. Because I put that in there, it reset the recipe. Okay, an elite coil. We're going to put the thruster in there, and we'll do the diamond emerald thruster. And then the energy cell. Bam. I don't know what enemy does that swooshing sound. I have not been able to find it in the UI. And lastly, bam. Okay, so let's check out this jetpack. So we need 2 of these, 1 of these. You're going to go there, there, and the rest are just emeralds. Cool, emerald jetpack. All right, let's see how this works. And then we're just going to grab those. You know what? We'll leave them in there. Maybe we'll upgrade to a different higher tier at some point. Who knows? Okay, so if we hover up, oh yeah, look, we no longer fall. We hover in place. Oh, that is fantastic. That is so much nicer. No more slow fall. I like that. So now it's almost as good as creative flight. This also is a fast jetpack. Am I at 100%? I am now. So let's set this to 40%. What's your speed at now? This seems to be about creative flight speed, to be honest with you. Yeah, okay, cool. Emerald jetpack taken care of. All right, so before we go fight the dragon, a couple things I'm going to want. Honestly, right now, we probably could handle it and take it out pretty easy, but I want to go in OP. Like, I want to destroy this dragon, okay? Like, we want to take him out. So I want to work on getting some of these charms. Charm of strength, charm of resistance, charm of absorption, and regeneration. We're going to take each one of these, and we're going to Eternal Stella it, which is going to cause them to be indestructible, which means we will always have these available to us. And then throughout this week's episode, we're going to be diving into Maho Sukai, as well as I figured out how to make the villagers a cocoon of caprice from Botania, which isn't too far into Botania. Just need a little bit of mana steel, really. You make this, feed it some emeralds, spawns a villager, and then we can put our villager in our mob duplicator down there, and we got villagers for days. And then lastly, I want to work on upgrading and speeding up our auto sieves by automating feeding these 3 dudes some fruit salad. Sound like a plan? That's what we're going to work on. So first things first, you've seen my inventory. We've got some enchants to apply, so let's go ahead and do that. So onto our Paxel, I want to put a couple things. Now, with our Paxel, I was looking at other options for Paxel, and really the only other thing we could do would maybe be a refined obsidian. The only question I have with the refined obsidian Paxel is this able to break that allthemodium that we have found in the other? And I guess there's only one way to find out, and that is by making it. So let's go ahead. We need refined obsidian ingots. I want to do that because I don't want to enchant this netherite one, and then we already know it can't break the stuff. So let's see. Okay, so do I have refined obsidian ingots? I do already. Okay, sweet. So we're going to need a total of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 refined obsidian ingots. And then just some sticks. Okay. So we'll just wait for that to craft up while that's happening. Let's take a nap here. I'm super excited about this bow. Like, you have no idea. Also, one thing I've learned is that unobtainium armor cannot be enchanted in our industrial foregoing enchanter. Just something to keep in mind. It does not accept unobtainium. So we're going to need 2 here and then that one there. And then bam. That. Shoot, I just made a hoe, not an axe. Well, we have a refined obsidian hoe. Miscounted on that. Let's get refined obsidian. I need 3 more. You guys are probably yelling at me when I was making this and being like, no, that's enough for a hoe. Bam. And then bam, bam, bam. What's the order? You're just going to go away. And let's go downstairs. All right. Unless this pack update fixed it, at least, let's take off our unobtainium helmet and let's see what happens. I want to put you in the enchantment factory. Yeah, look, it doesn't go in there. Bam, 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 bam. So just something to keep in mind. Okay. Refined obsidian Paxel and efficiency 5. Go. And then reach. Let's make it so we can do more. Nope, it's probably too high of a level. Teleportation. Let's teleport the item straight into our inventory so we don't have to worry about it. And then, oh, this actually goes onto our chest. Okay. Which we don't really have. Can you go in here? Can I enchant you? Enchantment cost of 1. Interesting. I have no levels right now, though. Can you be enchanted? Yeah, you can, actually. Reach, protection. I just need experience. Let's go up and, solve that problem. Okay. It would not let me put this enchant on there, oddly enough. You and you. Yeah, but see, it says it can, but it won't. All right, what if we did this armor? You can have reach. I don't know if it applies because it's in the cosmetic slot, but hey, whatever. So you can go away. We have our helmet, which I want to put, not shadow step. I want to put night vision, and I had an air affinity. Air affinity. So you are going to get that and that. So now we can see at night and we can break blocks without having to worry about it. And then everything I want to have soulbound. Because, you know, I have died more than once. It's a thing that happens. So you're soulbound. You're soulbound. You cannot be. You can't. I mean, sure. Let's get the Paxel soulbound. And if I wanted the bow to be soulbound, it ain't gonna happen. I wonder how many levels that would take. Shadow Step is a great enchant. It makes it so that mobs can't see you. So when we go into the other dimension, we'll be pretty invisible to all the mobs. Just out of curiosity, if I wanted this bow to be soulbound, how many levels is that going to take? Watch this. 512 levels. Yeah, that ain't happening. It could happen, to be honest with you. When we start working on Maho Sakai, it honestly could happen. But anyway, so yeah, we're pretty, well, just pretty dang. Like, there ain't nothing else to say about it. Us, we're pretty dang. We now have infinite or instant break even while flying, which is great. And yeah, that's that. So the last thing that we want to get is our charms, and then we will go fight the dragon. So let's grab a brewing stand. Shouldn't be too hard to make. Bam. And we'll just pop this bad boy down here. We need some blaze powder. Let's blaze it up in there. Just go ahead and take it all, sure. And we are going to start with the Charm of Regeneration. Okay, so we need Potions of Regeneration 2, which is going to require 3 steps. First off, we're going to need some bottles with water and then nether wart, that's for sure. Let's go into our... I have water somewhere, don't I? I have water over by my cactus? Yeah. Just get a bunch of bottles of water. You don't stack, that's unfortunate. Satisfying sound, at least. Okay. Bottle of water. Let's get ourselves some awkward potions first. Nether wart. We're going to need a few of those. This also can easily be, you know, doo-doo-doot. Okay, so we got awkward. What's next? What's our step before? Recipe for you. A ghast tier. Luckily, we've been getting those. We have 171. That is more than enough. A ghast tier. And then lastly was glowstone, correct? And that is 3 potions of regen 2, which can make us a charm of regen 2. Just need some blaze powder. Interesting that it didn't pull the blaze powder. Okay, so that is regen 2. Let's get absorption 4, which is potions of absorption 4, which is 3 steps as well. So what do I need to do? I need to hit this. So we need a golden apple. And then some awkward potions. So bam, 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 bam. Not all of it, just one. And then glowstone. And then absorption 4. Yeah, why does that say we don't have any blaze powder? That's really weird. Definitely have blaze powder. Okay, excuse me. Thank you. Okay. We're getting there. Resistance is potions of resistance, which is a shulker shell. Okay, we can't do this one yet. No resistance just yet, but strength should be easy. It's blaze powder. One, two, three. Blaze powder. Give it a little speed boost. Some glowstone. Oh. That was incorrect. What did I do wrong there? This is a 4-step process. Why did I have water bottles bookmarked? Strength. Recipe of you is recipe of you. Yeah, blaze powder on an awkward potion. Did I not do the nether wart? No, I did. One, two, three. Didn't I do this? I did this, right? Okay, so awkward potion. Potion of strength is blaze powder on an awkward potion. Makes potions of strength. Weird. I thought I did that. I must have skipped the step. Okay, so we got the potions of strength anyway. That's that. I needed that blaze powder back. Again, why is it saying we are out of blaze powder? Okay, so then all that's left to do is to apply our Eternal Stella. So I'm going to make those in between episodes. We'll come back, apply those, and go fight ourselves a dragon. If you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it. It really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.